Serious question. Would you believe me if I told you that I have literally no eyebrows right now? I'll show you the before in a second, but I want to start with the after just so you can see how good of a job this brow pen does. Okay, now let's get to the brow reveal. So this is what we're actually working with. Getting up close before I fill them in so you can see just the details of it. Again, from far away, I feel like this looks pretty normal, but what I feel like is so amazing with this brow pen is it just does such a fantastic job of creating these really thin lines like microblading normally does. And I haven't really seen that in a lot of other brow products. A lot of the times they'll just get kind of blurry, but the fact that you can see this precision is like what I love most about this brow pen. Now let me show you how I like to fill them in. I'll first go in with any sort of brow pencil just to create the outline and base. You definitely don't have to do this if you do have natural brows, which most of you probably do. The reason why I do this is because your brows naturally have a lot of depth to them, and not having any hair, it can look really flat really fast. The only caveat if you're just using the brow pen is it does create a good amount of shine. So having a more mattified base first, like with a brow pencil, it allows it to have that natural looking depth. Now it's time for the star of the show. I like to go in first with a multi-pronged edge, and I will just start flicking upwards. So your brows naturally grow upwards in the front half, off to the side in the middle area, and downwards in the back. I'm a little sloppy with this, not too careful, just going in really light-handed. When my brows are almost fully filled in, I'll go in with the other side with the single prong, and then I will go in and add some details. If you look at natural brows, they're not perfectly well kept, and this is what I like to do to make them look as natural as possible. I don't like to have 2016 brows where they are perfectly even. I'd like to kind of go back in and add those stray hairs to make it more natural looking. To me, that is the part that really makes it convincing, because you kind of create the look of these hairs growing in underneath and like you need a good tweeze. And that's literally it. This is pretty much my everyday brow routine. By now I have it down pretty quickly. I can do it in about like 5 minutes or so. Again, the average person is likely going to have a lot more brow hairs than I do, but I think it's really cool for those of us that have sparse to no brows, whether it's because of trichotillomania, alopecia, cancer. There's a lot of different reasons why people might not have the fullest hair on their head, whether it's on their head, brows, or lashes. I just think it's really cool that we have these beauty products that can really help us with our confidence if we do have these things that are considered like different in society, like not having eyebrows or eyelashes. Anyways, this is a PSA that this is like the best brow pen.